You too. It's been a couple of days, but we are going to give you guys a quick update. And Ubiest of the tubiest. That's you. And I'm 50 plus one. And yeah, it's been a couple of days since we've posted, but we've been running pretty good. We started running teams so we can knock these last few hours out. I think you're at what 137 or something. 37. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, it'll be 147. Yeah, and he doesn't have to have but 50 hours. I mean, he really drives pretty good. So, we left Memphis, the terminal in Memphis, about 10 o'clock this morning. Then we're headed to Pennsylvania, and then we'll turn right around and go right back to the Memphis terminal. And we'll leave the Memphis terminal and go to Texas, back to Lancaster, and you'll do your upgrade. Now you have somebody there that you're gonna team with, yeah. Yeah. How far? Do you know how far he is?
He probably finished like Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
His 200 hours.
Yeah. He had to do 200, but you only had to do 50. But and y'all both was at CR England.
Yeah, we both, but he did not complete his course.
Oh.
His upgrade course.
Oh. Okay. All right. How long is the upgrade course at CR England?
Upgrade, you gotta do the same 200 hours. 200 hours, but once you're training with like 2 students in one truck, you gotta do like 70 hours, so that you go like 140. Then you break it down. So 140 between you and the other guy. You and the other student.
Oh, so 70 hours apiece.
Yeah.
So basically you're gonna go 200 on the Mentor's truck, and then plus another 70.
Yeah.
And after you do that other 70, then you can choose to go teams or go solo?
No, then you do upgrade, and then they team you with somebody that will train.
Then you have to train somebody?
No, you and the person will train together.
Yeah.
You gotta go on the truck after y'all finish doing your upgrade for like 4 or 5 months. And then if you want, you could go solo or you could team up with somebody. Once you finish your second phase, they call it the second phase.
Get that. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So the first phase is you, another student, and a trainer.
Yeah.
And you're going to have 200 hours behind the wheel before you're done with that phase, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then they go to the next phase. It's going to be you with another student.
Yeah.
And then y'all going to drive 70 hours apiece, so that's 140 hours total.
No, you're going to drive for like 3 months with the guy.
Okay.
You drive like 3 months, and then when you finish the 3 months, then you could upgrade, and drive by yourself and do
okay.
solo.
All right. I thought that was another phase after you soloed, after you teamed with this person.
No.
Oh,
that's the second phase.
God. Yeah. I believe that Swift has it right, man. I mean, you do the 200 hours, you get done, and then you go drive, man. If you can't drive in 200 hours, if you don't know how to drive this truck in 200 hours, you don't need to be driving.
No.
That's just the bottom line. You do something different. So, we have had a few adventures. We picked up a load coming out of Texas, and we picked that load up at about 10, 11 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah, like 10 o'clock at night.
And it was at a drop yard, and all the trailers there were Swift trailers, with the exception of a couple. it's like a drop yard, and it had a small little teeny weeny house, maybe like a little 1-bedroom thing, you know, that would look like it had been retroed into an office. Yeah, and it had like 4 or 5 mailboxes out front, and it was a dirt lot, and if you could close your eyes and get the same light that it had in that place there. It was not a very lit place, but you know, well, it was lit, it just wasn't well lit, and it was kind of a rough yard. However, we was able to unsqueeze the trailer between this much space between. And did you see a yard dog? I didn't see a yard dog. I don't know how they got them trailers decked. I mean, they were literally, I thought we was going to drag the trailer out to raise the gears up. Those trailers was really close together. And I didn't see a yard dog. I don't know how they was doing it, man, but they did it. So, we, you know, you drop your trailer, and it was so tight we couldn't really drop our trailer without moving the one that we needed to get and then putting that other trailer in that hole, which is what we did. So there's a bit more work, but it is what it is. And then you go to the mailbox and get your paperwork, and you haul it, right? The Qualcomm says they every load come out of there, every one of them is going to be extremely heavy, so you need to have about half tank fuel, no more. We had already filled up prior to getting the load, so I looked up truck and said, hey, we're gonna be good. We can pass scales, no problem. We're gonna burn this fuel off, then scale, because it was a T-call in Memphis. So when we took off, you know, it didn't feel heavy, you know, and it was 2 lines of numbers, like 40,000 gross something, and it was kind of written kind of weird, and the one on top it was like, but the one on top was like kilograms or something. Okay, so anyways, we burned about half a tank of fuel. We brought it down to about half a tank. Went in at a scale. I don't know if I still have a scale to you. I want to see if I got that scale to you. Nah, sorry. I don't know that I'm done with that scale ticket. I know it's back there because I ain't done bitching about that. So I got it back there. But anyways, bottom line is, when we scaled, we was 160 pounds over gross. 80,160 pounds. 180 pounds. Yeah, over gross. So we had to do some maneuvering. The good thing about that was you got an opportunity to slide the 5th wheel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you know my last student, Chris, the guy that was on stuff with me, him and his friend, they upgraded, they teaming.
Yeah.
And he said the first load they got, they had to slide the 5th wheel.
What? It was heavy.
Yeah, yeah, they had to slide the 5th wheel. And I'm so glad that I taught him how to do that. You know, and there's a lot of guys that are getting out here and they don't even know how to scale a load, period. You know, and that's really bad. But he was able to slide the 5th wheel. And now you've experienced it, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad.
No, it was good. It was just simple.
Yeah, it's simple. And because these trucks don't have the dumps, you just simply uncouple, and slide it forward by hand if you want. But don't use your hand because it's 5th wheel. It's really greasy. But I use my tire thumper, and you can use a pry bar or something like that. Just wedge it forward. It just slides, no problem. And doing it that way, you can also not go too far. You can see the holes when they go up, see? So it worked out really well. And then we were still heavy.
Yeah.
We moved as much to the steer as we could. So in order to call a load, we got to have a scale together. So I drove it until we got down to absolutely vapors. We pulled into a Love's, and I was scaled again. And what's happening is the sun is getting blocked by some clouds, and it keeps changing. Oh no, that's not. You know what it is? It's the heat. The heat off the whistle. We're gonna go quick. The camera's not liking the fact that it's sitting on the windshield and it's like 175,000 degrees outside. but we with near zero fuel was still 500 pounds too heavy. But I got to Memphis to take out load. I couldn't because it was too heavy. And but we had a planner who had some forward thinking, and we got it taken care of. I was able to take out that load, and we're running now. And I'm going to definitely do the voice your choice for her. And I'm definitely going to write an email to the terminal director about her, because she did a fantastic job. We're Ubist. We don't live in the problem. We look for a solution and live in a solution. That's what we do. What are you going to do? Just sit there? The first person to talk to us, I guess you got to sit here and deliver the load yourself. You can't take it off, but you got to deliver yourself. The load delivered 4 days, so you want me to sit for 4 days? Well, yeah, because we can't take it off. That was their solution. And I was beyond furious, but I had to handle it in a professional way, and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And so I wait till about 7 o'clock in the morning. My manager come in, and then I'm gonna go to the management and say, hey, what come on. So I needed to say, I laid in the bunk for 4 hours, kicking the sheets, mad in the scalded dog. I was hot. I was hot because I was at that moment living in the problem. I'm mad because I gotta go. We're not gonna do that. But somebody must have figured out what that was about to happen, and she said, "No, we're gonna do this the right way." And she called me on the phone before and said, "Hey, come in here. I need to get this straight for you." And she came in. Well, I went in there and talked to her. Well, actually, she talked to me. She said, "This is what we're gonna do." Boom. All problem solving. I had to do a little work to make the load right, but it wasn't, oh, we can't do nothing, so we're just gonna live in it. It's, every once in a while you're gonna come across that. You're gonna come across the people who just, they're just robots, man. I mean, this is the letter of the law. We follow it. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. And there is no, I'm not saying break any rules. I'm not saying, anything that's going to be a problem. I'm saying within the boundaries of what's legal and what's the rules, within those boundaries, there's got to be some forward thinking. And that worked out for us. So now we're burning some fuel. Yeah. And it's actually a pretty good run. We was going to go to Salt Lake, which is really where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Salt Lake, and I don't know. This is kind of funny. Anyways, I wanted to go to Salt Lake, then go from Salt Lake to Denver, and from Denver to Dallas. Yeah, but it's no big deal. We're gonna go back to Memphis, and then cut down from Memphis to Dallas, and how you ready to upgrade. So it all worked out really well. We've been doing some backings. Backing's been doing really good. At least getting 3 a day. Yeah. We just did 1, and then you did 1 at the shipper, and so you got at least 1 more you're gonna get done. You still got more time to ride. you know, 3 a day. And it's just not hard, man. You just
can't go wrong.
That's it. Keep kicking. So, I think we're about done rambling now.
Yeah.
All right. That's the end of this one. We'll check back with you again tomorrow. Deliver undistracted. Here's your boot. Boop.
Hi, this is Autumn, and I'm a recruiter here at Swift Transportation, and I would love to help you get your trucking career started. Please give me a call on the contact information that is going to display at the end of this video. My office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and then there's also a cell phone number you can text or that you can call if for after hours. I look forward to speaking with you. Just please make sure that you contact me before you do any inquiries online or call Swift at all. That way I can make sure that you are taken care of and I'm your recruiter.